Welcome back to Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. This week, one of the most monumental moments in Hollywood history. The beginning of, or the quick abatement of, two unions striking at the same time. That's right, SAG-AFTRA might be going on strike.
As of today, it's currently 2:45 Eastern Time on July 12th, 2023. What happens in the next 8 hours will determine the course of human history.
And determine the course for acting as an art. We sit down with four monumentous actors to discuss the potential of a strike and what they're going to do to make the most of this time, as only actors would.
So get at those picket signs and take out your SAG cards and listen in.
How are you guys feeling? Is the energy feeling good? Are you guys feeling good?
Yeah, no, I feel good. I feel really good. I feel great. And I feel really excited about this.
I feel good.
I'm fired up as all hell, and I'm not going to take any more.
I am stoked. I am stoked. I am stoked. I am stoked. I literally feel like there are ants in my feet dragging me to fight for what I need. Like
I think the saying is ants in my pants.
No, but for me, because I process things differently because I went to a conservatory. So for me, I feel like I have ants in my feet. I just can specifically, I did Suzuki. I don't know if you guys did Suzuki. I can specifically feel. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's really good. But
I love Suzuki. Suzuki is one of my favorite systems in the world.
You said Suzuki? Suzuki is
It's a white Greek
it's a sauce.
Yeah.
Well, maybe to you guys, but that's actually, I studied Tzatziki method, and it was extremely monumental for my career.
Oh, yeah? What was the Tzatziki method?
The Tzatziki method is a great method where you kind of start, outside in, inside out. Yeah. The Tzatziki method, you start up to down. You start with the top of your head and work the character all the way through you. It was created by Greco Tzatziki. He's a Greek amazing actor from the 2000s, and he
from 20 years ago.
From 20 years ago, and
cool.
he was very monumental in my career. So yeah, I do the Tzatziki method.
Wait, guys, I
did the Suzuki method.
What is that?
What's that
famous
method?
baseball player of 10 years ago, Ichiro Suzuki, for the Seattle Mariners. I trained in professional baseball for many, many years, and it taught me more about acting than anything else.
You are fired up.
I'm fired up. These fists have been ready to punch for 40 years, and now I finally get the chance for a battle royale.
Wait, I have a shirt. I need to go get my shirt. I'm gonna go get my shirt.
Yes, get your shirt. Tonight we rest. Tomorrow we punch.
Oh, you
Oh, he went to get his shirt.
Oh, he really went to get his shirt.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone for sure.
I'll talk about my Suzuki method.
Oh, the Snoonuki? Snoonuki method?
It's the Snoonuki method. It's the intersection between Snooki and Snoopy.
How did those two things go together?
I'll just leave that there. Did you find your shirt?
No, I'm still looking for my shirt.
Oh no!
Oh my God, he keeps leaving.
Oh my gosh, he's climbing.
Looking for his shirt.
Whoa.
I guess we'll just.
It looks like he's
this.
hanging off the side.
He's playing with his little feetsies on the top of his bunk bed. Get back here! We need to fight.
He can't hear us. He's plugged in.
We need to fight.
Wow, this is taking a long time.
This is taking a very long time.
Okay, I think don't worry about your shirt. Don't worry.
No, I'm looking for my shirt. I think maybe I was wearing it earlier. I gotta find my shirt. I mean, this is so crazy.
Boy, come back here. What does the shirt look like? Maybe we can see it in your video.
So the shirt says SAG stands with SAG. And it's a union shirt, and it's going to be really important because if you're on the...
It says SAG stands with SAG?
Yeah, it's a shirt that I bought online. I bought it on Etsy. Somebody's actually been selling it for years, which is kind of creepy because I'm wondering where it came from. But it's an important shirt, and I think I was really excited to be wearing that shirt today just to kind of show solidarity. I'm really annoyed that I couldn't find my shirt. It's got to be here somewhere. I'm so sorry, guys.
Well, what's your name, buddy?
Oh, I'm so sorry. My name is Skip. I'm Skip. Skip Wantrell. I am the lead of the new sitcom Skip. I'm a stand-up comedian, and I just got my own multicam show. I'm so stoked. It just got greenlit a month ago, and I'm fucking excited.
Did you guys film the pilot? And it got
we
picked
filmed
up,
the pilot. Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg plays my godmother. And just normal godmother, not fairy godmother or anything, which is half the jokes. And then I
was hoping it would be.
Yeah, of course. My dad is being played by Ed Begley Jr., and my girlfriend is being played by Leighton Meester. And it's been so fun.
Wait,
been so
I think
good.
I saw the trailer. They're already trailering it out. I saw the promo.
Skip.
Like, Whoopi Goldberg comes out. It's a Halloween episode. She's dressed as a fairy. And she's like, I know what you're thinking. I'm just his godmother.
Right. And it actually, every episode's a Halloween episode. It takes place in a Halloween store. And that's kind of the joke, because kind of part of my story, which is I say in all my generals, is for about 3 months of my life I worked at a Halloween store in high school, and I've really centered it as part of my narrative, and it's been really fun to build into that. But man, oh man, if I could talk about this strike wearing that shirt that I had, it would really, really change. You know, God, I wish I had my shirt. I wish I had it. You know what I mean? Because I'm really excited about it. I'm really pumped. Did I miss your intros?
Not at all.
No, we were waiting for you to find your damn shirt. Hurry up, we've got to get fighting.
I'm sorry.
Oh
I know.
my gosh.
I've got a maximum of 5 to 8 years left in me. And by God, if we don't change this industry now, I'm going to be freaking pissed off in my grave. I tell you that.
Yeah, you missed nothing besides this. I don't know your name. We were just
she's
passing
a
the
legend.
Doris?
She's an icon.
I'm sorry, Doris. I'm sorry. I'm
Doris.
really not on the internet much. I'm like one of those. I'm like an old soul. I'm sorry. Sorry, Doris.
am not. Well, yes, I am on the internet. I post TikToks in the voice of a silly grandma. Right, you're not. Well, I am. I'm telling you part of my thing. But I've also been an actor. I've been a co-star in nearly every network sitcom since the beginning of time. I've played every receptionist. I've played every janitor. I've played every teacher and hospital attendant. And this industry used to be a place for people like us.
Wow.
And now it's not. Dolores, it's incredible. It's incredible that you're doing this fight with us, because you're just a legend. And to have you out there fighting, I heard you've actually been in a lot of the negotiating meetings, and I actually heard, gossip-wise, you're the reason they're taking so long.
Well, yes, because nobody seems to want to. Everyone is so. Okay, I hate to break this out, but we've gone soft. We've gone soft as a nation. Because every time
you were going to get to that.
Oh, okay. It's a woman of my age, and I feel we've gone soft as a nation. Stereotype, boo-hoo. Every time the AMPTP says something in one of those meetings, I wind up my fisticuffs. It makes me so pissed off. And then they put me on timeout for a little while, and then we go back to the table. So it takes a minute. I'll be honest. And I wish I could tell you what's going on in there about the content of the discussions, because, you'd be cheesed off too. But just know I'm fighting.
I know you are.
Cheesed off?
You'd be cheesed off. You'd be pissing your ankles. You'd be flaming your elbows. You'd be so angry.
Well, I also saw that picture where they had you handcuffed to Pedro Pascal so he could keep you settled.
He was responsible for every buff man in this industry takes a shift where they're assigned to me to keep me from causing physical harm. Because while I may be weak and feeble, my fists go faster than a goddamn roadrunner, and they know that.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
your fists, they move like legs.
I wish you guys could see it on the for listening to the podcast. I'm like a praying mantis, Muhammad Ali, and I'm gonna get these producers for all they're worth.
We love it.
Or I'm gonna get me in the grave. Who's hungry?
Whoa, who's hungry? That would
Who's
be a good
hungry?
shirt. I wish I had that shirt. I wish I had my other shirt. Who else is here?
Hi guys, my name is Noel Finkerton. I am a series regular on the new Apple Plus show, Just About Eggs. It's a great show about a bakery, and yes, and now we are on strike, or we might go on strike. So we've had 2 seasons of Just About the Eggs, and it's going really well for me. But, you know, there have been some discrepancies. As a series regular, I've been paid $250 an episode, and that feels a little low. But, you know, we're about to go on strike.
Low. That's so friggin' low. You should be pissed off. You
Yeah,
should be rioting in the streets.
but you know, they're nice. They're really nice. They're nice to me on set. You know, I get all the free food I want. I mean, I have to pay a subscription to be able to have the food on set. But other than that, it's been so nice working on set, you know, and I really like working on set.
Dude, listen, man. This is the kind of stuff we're fighting for. Like, I want you to know, and I know Dolores can speak to this as well. I want you to know. Doris, I'm so sorry. Please don't punch me, okay? Please.
No, I would never punch another actor. My God. My God, I would never.
Good. Well, I'm just saying.
I'm so sorry. I haven't seen that egg show, but it sounds pretty good.
You got nominated for a lot of Emmys, right?
It is very funny. We are nominated for a lot of Emmys.
And they paid you $200.
They paid me $250.
Right.
It's actually what it is. It's a spin-off of Coach Ted Lasso. It's
Coach
a spin-off. Yeah, Coach Ted. Coach
I think
Ted.
it's called Ted Lasso. I don't think it's called Coach Ted.
I'm pretty sure it's called Coach Ted.
That's just simply not the name of the show. There's Ted Lasso. Is there another show called Coach something that you're thinking of?
There's a show just called Coach, which is from the 90s with Craig T. Nelson.
No, there's a show called Coach Ted about Jason Sudeikis plays a coach for a soccer team in England, so it's called a football team. And so basically...
Oh,
No, but bro, listen. Like, that show, Just About the Eggs, is being disrespected. Like, it's in the industry. I didn't take a role on it. The role ended up going, I think it went to Andre Braugher, and I read that Andre Braugher was paid college credit for that show.
What?
Yeah, he did it for college credit. But that's, you know, it's kind of fair because he's really trying to graduate. he's really and he
trying.
needs internship
If he's really
credits.
Trying, then that's
he needs internship
Disrespectful.
credit. He's like 36 credits away from graduating.
If he's really trying, yeah.
I think it actually really helped him. But I'm not trying to defend it. I'm not trying to defend it at all. Obviously, like, we need to go on strike, and there are some major things. I just want to say I really like that show. It's a great spinoff. The bartender in Coach Ted Lasso decides that she wants to open up a bakery in Sacramento. But she's not in the show. It's just understood that she bought the land and opened up the bakery, and these are the people that work there. Yeah, it's really fun, and it's really funny.
And the bakery is just about the eggs?
The bakery's called Just About the Eggs because people don't know when you bake, they think it's all about the bread. But our bakery is just about the eggs.
So are you selling bread in the show, or
No.
are you selling eggs?
No. We sell egg products primarily, but we call it a bakery.
So that's not a bakery. Oh my God, everything is upside down.
Can I make a wild guess?
Uh-huh.
Does the showrunner of your show live on Melrose?
Yes, they live on Melrose.
Yeah, so
why do
I'm
you
guessing...
ask? Is it because of All About the Bread? That store about All About the Bread? And you're saying they got the name of All About the Bread and they ripped it and turned it Just About the Eggs?
That's my guess. The restaurant, All About the Bread. I'm wondering if he walked by it and he saw it and he said, "I want to name a show just about the eggs."
I think he might have, but I think you might be wrong. I think he actually got it from his childhood. His mom used to make a bunch of things with Just About the Eggs. Well, at least that's what the mom does in the show.
And can I make a guess? Did his mom grow up on Melrose?
His mom did grow up on Melrose. Yes. Okay. His mom grew up on Melrose.
Everybody grew up on Melrose Boulevard. Right next to all the stores where people wait in line for shoes and sneakers.
Absolutely. And Swedish candy. Who's our final?
Neighborhood has changed.
Okay, guys. Hey, guys. What is up? My name is Anna Fish, I also grew up around here. I was in 13 Reasons Why. I was also in the Quibi pickup of that 14 Reasons Why. Haven't worked since.
So sad. I was so excited to see the 14th reason and also the camera turn vertical and horizontal at the same time.
Yeah, no, when Quibi did the 14th Reason Why, it was when the camera turned, there was a 14th reason that, I mean, you can watch it. I mean, I believe that someone recorded the Quibi version and put it on YouTube, so I do believe you can see it on YouTube.
Now, I'm really quickly, because I did watch this show with my granddaughter. What is the 14th reason?
Climate change. Anyway, so I'll say that.
Valid reason to do what she did.
Anyway, I have been striking with my fellow writers for 13 Reasons Why, just standing in solidarity for them, and now unfortunately it looks like it's probably going to be affecting us, so then I'll be standing with us. And I've been leading with my friends, some of my gal pals. I've been leading Strike for Singles. We've been doing the meetups for all of, if you've been seeing on the Twitters, we've been getting some of the singles meeting up and seeing if we can turn this awful, awful time for our industry into a moment to find love. So if you've been seeing on some of the signs, we've been putting some signals. If you are single and looking for love, we've been putting
I'm so sorry, Miss Fish. I have a bone to pick with you because I've been on the WGA picket lines as well, and there was a day on the Paramount lot when we were trying to start marching, but then I believe you must have been orchestrating. All these groups of people were making out, and we had to shove them out of the way to get to the front, so I could see Jane Fonda talk, and it was just crowds of people just going to town on each other.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Well, listen, it happened when people were make love, not war, is what I'll say to that. Make love, not scripts right now. Make love, not residuals.
Skip is probably going to go get his T-shirt that says that.
I
Make
wish
love,
I
not
had
scripts.
That. I think my assistant took my T-shirts to the dry cleaning, and I think that's what's going on because I texted her, and she's not texting back. But I think I have that shirt. I can't stop thinking about it.
It's okay, Skip. I mean, I do think like the T-shirts, the signs, so much of this is like you want to be a part of it, right? Like I want to wear my shirt, especially because I want to look good and I want to meet people, and I think there's a part of networking on these picket lines, right? And Skip, it's okay not to have your shirt, like
but for me as an actor, it's all about the costume, right? Like I really can only feel the character if I'm wearing the costume, so I feel like I'm not on strike if I'm not wearing the shirt, and that's what's hard for me, and it's just really hard for me.
Well, I feel that way. I feel that way when I'm not like being my best self because I feel like to address what you said, Doris, I think if we're not using this picket line to show up as humans, like sure, we're using this to show up as fighters, to show up, but if we're also not using this to show up as humans and also address other human needs, which is love, which is just like basic human needs, which is connection, then what are we doing there?
I also want to say, though, for the sake of representation, that I went to an asexual WGA picket line, the most efficient picket line I've ever been at.
Well,
we
you
got
know what?
so much done.
Asexuals, they walk so fast.
We got so much done.
They've got nothing they're worrying about.
Circles.
Yeah.
Well, Skip, that's for you. Skip, that's for you.
And it was for me, and it was awesome.
Yeah, and I'll just say that's not for me, Skip, and that's not for the cast and writers of 13 Reasons Why.
Okay. I'm kind of remembering what the cast of that show looks like. You guys are all kind of hooking up with each other, right?
Yeah, Doris, we suck and fuck.
Whoa. Listen,
would you believe
Fish,
on
I
Coach?
support it.
Would you believe on Coach Ted Lasso's spinoff, Just About the Eggs? We also suck and fuck.
I don't
There's
believe
a
that.
lot, and
I
we
don't
are
believe it
all
because there's no
different
show
ages.
called that. It's Ted Lasso.
Unless
not.
unless you're the complete outlier of the rest of the cast, I don't believe that. But if you're like the rest of the cast, I don't believe it.
Okay, crazy the animosity that came. I felt like you guys took all the anger that you have at the producers and directed it at me, and all I wanted to say was like, I feel like I will say that I'm a little happy that actors are gonna maybe join the picket lines, because for me, picketing with the writers was really tough. I showed up like trying to help, and I just had some ideas of like, why don't I pass out my headshot and just give it a microchip of my reel, like just pass out a thumb drive of my reel.
You put it on a microchip? Oh my
I
God,
put it on a
I can't
microchip.
keep up.
You were the one with the syringe walking around, right?
Yeah, so the idea is I give you my headshot, and then if you want, I can give you a little prick and microchip you with my reel.
Oh my
and then
God.
later you can put your thumb on the hotkey of your computer that turns it on, and my reel will pop up.
You don't
Just
need to do
no,
that.
and I feel like the writers hated it.
I can learn a new trick. Put it in my arm.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
Don't
put
do
it
that
in
to
my
Doris.
Doris, I
No,
wouldn't
she
do
only
that.
has so many working veins. Don't
No,
do that to Doris.
I want to see. I want to
Okay.
see what you see.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. So this. Well, it depends. Which one do you want? Do you want my drama reel 2022 or my comedy reel 21?
No,
or
he
my
hasn't
sketch
updated his
reel?
comedy reel. He hasn't
updated
the comedy
it.
reel.
But his
Don't do
drama
it.
reel is all eating disorder stuff. So it's really
Yeah.
heavy.
Oh
Well,
my
I
God,
ca-
I don't
what am
wanna
I
see
supposed to
either
do?
of that
I-
shit. Do you have anything commercial?
You don't really
You have,
make
like,
a
a
commercial
voiceover?
reel. They don't really like that. I've got a voiceover reel. Yeah. Do you want
What's
it?
the
It's
date?
from-
What's
Doris.
the
It's
date?
from
What's
my
the date?
voiceover class in 2016.
Don't do
Okay,
it,
give me
Doris.
that
Doris,
shit.
Doris,
Put
Doris.
it straight in my veins. I want
Doris,
to hear it.
Before
wanna
we
hear
do
it.
this, I want to be clear. His voice is going to be implanted in your body forever. I want to be clear that you know that.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I got
so
5 good years left. Put the weird, freaky shit in my body. I don't give a shit.
so this is a Gavin DeGraw voiceover class I took in 2016.
What?
He got out of music and got into voiceover. You should see his commercials. So okay, here we go. It's just
Oh
there it-
my God, that was more than a prick. That was
Yeah.
more than a prick. With Farmers Insurance, you and your family can be safe forever. Oh, I hated that.
That's your voice, no?
Yeah, that's my voice. It's my voice. Well, that's the thing with the voiceover reel. My voice gets transmuted through whoever has the chip.
Right.
So it'll come
Oh
out
my
every
God.
once in a while.
Wait,
Don't
can
worry
I get
about
it? Give it to me. Give it to me.
Well, do you want my voiceover
Guys,
reel?
I don't
or-
think
Yes,
you want
I want
this.
it too. I want it too. Give it to me.
This is not what we're
okay,
here to
this
do,
is
guys.
going
This is
s-
not what
I've
we're here
never
to do.
given out any of these. This is
Give
so
it
great.
to me. Green alien? Green alien.
So
was
that
that
was
from?
I was doing an animated. That's like an animation reference right there. I was working on my animated voices. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. So yeah, I feel like actors
God.
are so much more responsive than writers to kind of the things that actors do. You know,
You
like,
handing those around makes me feel better. I got in so much trouble when I was doing a single mixer outside of Netflix and I was handing around glasses of wine, of natural wine, and people were really mad at me.
Yeah, because natural wine is gross and it doesn't get you drunk. You
Yeah,
gotta
people
give
were like,
people the real
exactly.
Stuff. It's so disrespectful. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Everyone was like, we're picketing. We need the real stuff. And I was like, but natural wine really opens you up, and we're trying to meet people.
Well,
and
no,
I do
I'm
think
surprised because you were doing a singles mixer outside of Netflix. Did they try and turn that into a dating show? Because I bet they would be all over that.
Oh, no.
I did hear that the producers actually from their high window saw what was going on and came down and lightly asked if you could come and pitch it for a
Yeah,
second.
no, but it was the day the Imagine Dragons were there, so it was a sound nightmare.
Oh my gosh, that's what I will say. I won't pick it in front of Netflix anymore because I heard that anything caught on their cameras they can potentially use as material. So they have a lot of closed caption cameras up there.
It's
Closed
just
circuit
really,
cameras.
it's. There's just been a lot of struggle there because it's just been really hard because I've just been getting a lot of like backlash for just not being focused. As
Well,
someone who's just I'm trying to meet the love of my life, guys. Okay.
And let's talk about what we're really doing here, right? Because that's not what we're supposed to be doing. The things we're talking about, we're talking about, yeah, we're talking about residuals on streaming, right? We're talking about making sure that AI doesn't take our jobs. Because if we go on something and they have our likeness, they can make a 3D image of it. And it's a nightmare. That's why I also think, Noel, potentially your microchip situation might be kind of like AI. Does that make sense? So I
It
think
doesn't
people are,
really to me. It doesn't
Okay.
really to me.
Okay.
Can you explain it?
So why would you think it isn't like AI?
Well, AI is artificial intelligence. This is a microchip of my voice in 2016.
I agree. This is more similar to like that fungus that gets in your brain to control you, like Last of Us style.
That's what I
feel
was.
like
That's what it is.
There
That's
are
much
shooting
closer.
pains going through my body, and I kind of feel like like something is. Oh,
That's just the
Papa,
first.
Where are we on this planet? Get me some cheese. What the fuck was that show?
So that was me doing a fun Adult Swim type of cartoon, like a Family Guy cartoon voice.
Yeah,
So
I mean it is funny.
it is. That was "Oh Papa, Give Me Some Chicken." That was the classic titular character. So I made that up. Part of it was Gavin saying, just make up some characters and see what you can do with the voices. So that was really fun. But yeah, this is like a monumental time for both unions, because basically what's been happening is over time, we've never actually had a true conversation about how streaming is affecting our contracts and how streaming is affecting
No, for sure.
our
And
media.
real talk, Doris and Skip. I mean, you guys are doing multicams and you're doing them on network television. And it looks like, Doris, you've had like what? You say one line on one episode of television, like in one show, like once a month. And you have like 7 houses.
Yes, that's
and
basic. Yes, that's how it works. You used to be able to
Noel
make
and
it-
Noel and I do like Noel and I are in New Zealand 6 months out of the year doing literal movie length episodes, and we're not even getting we don't get residuals at all. People can binge our show, and we're not even
just about the eggs is set in Sacramento, but we film 8 months out of the year in New Zealand because it's cheaper for Apple to hire New Zealand locals than actually pay people in California the California rates.
But Doris,
and we have to pay for our own flights out there, and we have to pay for our own room and board.
God,
It's
I hate
crazy.
them.
But
hate
Doris,
them
I
so
think
much.
I think you walking into Young Sheldon and you say, like, what is it? You walk in there and you go, "Oh, this isn't my classroom," and you walked
Yeah.
out. I think you got paid
Well,
more.
the exact
than...
line was, "This kid doesn't belong in my classroom."
Thank you. Yes, that's really legendary. That you got paid more than my entire career on 13 Reasons Why.
And I hate that for you. I hear this all the time with younger actors, because they come to me, they're worried about the negotiations, and they're telling me crazy stuff. I heard of a girl who was on a Hulu show, and she said she was paid $200, but they had a clause in her contract where they got to kick her in the toes a bunch of times before she went on set.
I know her.
And
Yeah.
they let them do that.
I
She
know
got
her
paid
too.
on-
Her toes are so swollen.
Oh my gosh, to be kicked in the toes specifically, it's like it's one of the
way
worst
worse
tortures.
than you think, because
It's
the
crazy.
nerve endings in there.
Well, and you're wondering, are they kicking down or are they kicking into the toes? They're kicking under the toes. They have her raise her toes up and they kick them up, so her toes go up. I mean,
And
it's
how are
disgusting.
they raising her toes?
They're making her put her toes in the air, and then they kick them.
Yes, it's very
Up.
she knows what's about to happen. It's
Yeah.
horrible.
She's aware. It's just brutal. I mean, the rates are not livable. As a stand-up comic, I was touring. I had specials. That money is fantastic, and I suggest if any of you have an interest in doing stand-up comedy, I suggest you guys go become touring comics, and I suggest you guys go become headlining comics, because for me it was easy, and I'm sure.
Well,
it will be for you.
you're on the clean comedy circuit, aren't you?
I was on the clean comedy circuit, yeah, absolutely, and I was really doing it. I was part of Angel Baby Comedy, and that was
So
really
you suggest
fun.
I become a headliner?
Yeah, I would suggest that if you guys have some time to kind of put into it, I think.
Come on, give us one of your jokes. Please give us one of your jokes.
One
Do
of
you
my
have any-
jokes?
Yeah, one of your jokes.
Yeah, one of your
Yeah,
clean
yeah.
baby jokes.
So one of my things I talk about is I always say, "Can I just say something?" That's always what I say. Can I just say something? Can I just say something? Cantaloupe is basically the filler fruit of a fruit salad. And then I talk a lot about that, where I go, I'm sorry, cantaloupe is the Chevy Impala of fruit salads. Cantaloupe is the Kim Kardashian of fruit salads.
Oh,
Now
that
that
feels, like,
I don't agree
different.
with.
That feels
don't-
completely
That
different.
feels
So-
different.
That feels like
It
you're just
feels
saying
like
Kim
really
Kardashian.
premise.
Wow,
No,
it
no,
feels
no,
like
no,
you
no.
just tanked it at the end.
Let me
I'll
finish.
be honest, Skip, you're losing me.
Let
You're
me finish.
losing me.
Let me finish, because I say, and you might not think a Chevy Impala and Kim Kardashian are the same, but get up close to it, and you see there's a lot of work done. Cantaloupe.
Oh, he
okay.
stuck the landing.
And then
he
I say,
stuck the landing.
when I was 18, I worked in a Halloween store for 3 months. And then I go into that, and which I don't want to spoil because that's in the show. And if we ever get to film the rest of Skip, you're going to want to see it, and it's going to be really fun. But it's tough. You know, I'm really excited to be part of this union now because I got Taft-Hartley in as soon as I got on the show, obviously. And we were trying to start a stand-up comedians union, and it just wasn't working. And so I'm really
It's
happy
tough
to
to
be
do
part
a
of this.
stand-up comedians union because everybody's so cynical.
Yes. Yeah. And the rights we were asking for. You know, it was just so much free speech stuff right now where it was just kind of like being like, we want the right to be able to say anything. And all
Which
the
is crazy
venues
because
were
who
like,
are they trying to unionize against? Just
don't
venues
know.
in general?
Yeah,
or
exactly.
the American
'cause
people?
The venues were like, totally fine. We'll pay you in a sandwich. And so like that was hard because the negotiating
Then
we're
you're
so
talking about
focused on it.
sandwich size, and it's like, how do
Right.
you're basically inventing a new type of just like dollar, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It was tough, and it wasn't worth it. So I'm happy that I'm now part of a union that's gonna get stuff done.
Well,
and
and
that's another
speaking
shirt
of-
I have.
It's gonna. Don't get it, Skip.
I really-
Don't get it.
I feel
Don't
like if I
get
can
that
find
shirt.
it, I feel like if I can find it.
You'll
I
never
really
find
think-
that shirt, Skip. You've got a mountain of laundry behind you.
I think
Yes.
I can find it. I
And
really
while
think
you're-
I can
Ripping
find
over it.
But listen, listen, we're gonna get what we want, and we're gonna get what we need. And while we fight for that, I'm also gonna get the love of my life. And I also ask for people to join me in that because I think it's so important that we don't lose time in also our life isn't just storytelling. It's also just basic human needs, right?
And you have so much time left. You have
No, I'm-
many years. You don't
No.
have to find love right away. You should date yourself.
No,
Work on yourself, and the love will come later.
Doris, are you
Anna.
sexually active?
Oh, of course. Of course.
How-
I'm on a dating app for
Are you on-
feisty seniors.
You mean
Uh,
Field?
No. I am on that too. But this one's called Okay Grandma. And it's where angry men and angry women of a certain age get together and we say why I oughta all day long. It's perfect. I've met many loves in my life. It never sticks around because we get sick of each other almost immediately. But it's a wonderful place. Look, I also wanted to bring up, we were talking about negotiations just a minute ago. And as you know, I am in those meetings with the AMPTP. So I want to hear from you, the younger generation, in addition to all the demands that we have, Is there anything else as an actor that we should be aware of, that we should be bringing to the table?
That's a really good question. Thank you for asking that. I would love if they could maybe include something that says, like, I can get food and meals 3 times a day. Is that already in there? I don't know.
That should be in there, man. Yeah, that should already be in there. How many meals are you getting?
I get half a meal a day, and they don't let me eat anymore.
Which half?
Oh my God.
Which half?
The second half.
Okay.
The second, so
half a
like the
lunch?
rest of the asparagus.
The rest of the
rest
asparagus.
of the
Yeah.
potatoes.
The rest.
Okay.
So whatever the kind of,
Oh,
it's kind of
no.
like the leftovers. The producers get to eat first, and whatever is left, the scraps kind of go to
That's
me.
so sad. I also
Terrible.
need like 4 to 5 men to like kind of flirt with me.
Anna,
Yeah,
can
well,
I give you?
okay.
No. Hold on. Can I give you some advice? I think you'd be a lot happier if you didn't date in the industry. Have you ever tried that? Not dating other actors or writers?
No.
What about a woodworker? A man who works with his hands, a lumberjack, or a
You'd be
factory
so
worker.
good. You'd be so good with a woodworker. I
be
have a
so
couple
good to
woodworker
you.
friends. You would love them.
But Doris, I do want to say I'm so glad you're so close with Fran Drescher. I think you guys' friendship is really special.
Oh, we're best friends. We're like yin and yang. She's
Let's
the
talk
good
about it.
cop and I'm the bad cop.
So she's the good cop to your bad. So,
Yep,
let's-
she's the good
Let's
cop.
talk about a couple real frustrating things that Fran Drescher has done lately, right? She held that giant town hall where she was in the middle of a town hall. This is a real thing where it was about a
Yep.
5-hour meeting where everyone was talking about their negotiating rights and what they want to negotiate with the AMPTP for. She got really mad at everyone. She left for 20 minutes. She came back. She had a bathrobe on, and she had a wet hair. She
Clearly
seemed
had just taken a bath or a shower.
Wait,
So let's talk about that.
the friend didn't tell me about that part. I didn't know she did that.
She
Doris,
did do that?
Your friend did this.
I guess I'm the bad cop in that I've been to jail more than she has, and that's kind of how we've delineated it. It's
Okay.
I've
Yeah,
punched
I'd
a
maybe
couple of people.
let the shower thing slide if during the last week of negotiations she was
didn't
actually
go-
seen in Italy with Kim Kardashian taking photos at events.
The
rather than
cantaloupe of people, by the way.
Oh,
Were you
Skip.
Doris? Were you in Italy with them?
No, I was working. I was sitting in the boardroom with the AMPTP, swinging my fists around at the carrot they dangle on a string to keep me busy. And I was so pissed off. I can't believe the things they do to me. It's so disrespectful. They just jangle things. I think they've rigged a bunch of fishing wire in the ceiling, and they dangle different objects that they know will entice me, like a cupcake, or a carrot, or a bunch of shiny keys. And they keep me distracted because they know that if they let me talk and if they let my fists swing, this debate, this contract would be settled tomorrow, and they would have to cave because they can't keep getting... Okay, the way I punch... I want to explain something about the way I punch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
please.
Go please, because I've been wondering.
I'm not strong, right? And so if I deck a member of the AMPTP in the face, they're not going to fall. It's like a slow and gradual erosion of the coastline. I punch 1,000 times a minute. It's like Chinese water torture, where if you get punched enough times in the arm, just slightly, just ever so slightly, you will go mentally insane. And so that's the tactic that I've kind of been using. And that's what makes me bad. I also wear a motorcycle jacket, and that's kind of why I'm the bad cop, I guess.
That's
Oh,
great.
you just kind of look like the bad cop.
Yeah, they sort of put me in a little outfit.
You are out there on the sidelines fighting for actors and writers and creators and teamsters. Meanwhile, she's in Italy. You are the good cop, Doris.
I honestly don't know who the worst cop is. I think you're both pretty bad cops in different regards.
Yeah, you're a bad cop in the sense of like you're gonna hold for justice in a bad way. She's a bad cop in like a bad apple in the industry, you know, like not helpful, keeping every. So I know now we're gonna have like a lot of downtime. You know, we're gonna be striking, but we're also gonna be doing a lot of other things. What are you guys gonna do to pass the time now? Like,
Oh, that's such a good question.
It's tough. I mean, it's really tough for me. It's kind of a bummer because I was really excited to do the show. So, and I really didn't want to have to do this, but unfortunately, I do have to go back to headlining big shows, and it's going to be tough for me to headline. It's
so
a
you
huge
That's
sorry,
really
so
tough.
just setting your story straight. You joined the union a month ago before your pilot.
Yeah. I joined the
and now
union,
you're
yeah.
gonna go headline shows around the country. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
totally. I mean, that's just kind of what I'm up to, and it's such a bummer because I'm so ready. I mean, I'm going to be picketing. Obviously, that's going to take up a good amount of every day, and I'm really excited about that. Again, the shirt is really, really good, guys. It's so good, and I'm going to be seen in it, and people can take pictures of me in it.
Tell me what the shirt is again. SAG is
SAG stands with SAG.
SAG is as SAG does.
SAG
Okay.
stands with SAG. Yeah.
I'm gonna,
SAG
can
is
I
as
be blunt
SAG.
with you? It doesn't have what it takes. It's not the shirt.
Okay,
It's not the shirt, Skip.
I'll
If
take
you're
the
looking
note.
for a shirt that's worth looking for, that's not the shirt.
It's
Well-
not the shirt, it's the people you meet in the shirt.
Okay.
I don't think that's
stop-
it for me
Stop
either.
hitting on everyone.
Yeah. I don't actually receive that as being hit on. As again, I was at the Asexual Pride March, so I don't think that is going to happen for me. Listen, okay? I am ready to get out there, and I'm going to be using all of my energy into picketing. I'm going to be making some great signs. I'm going to be making some big statements, and I'm going to be talking about this on my headlining tour so people are aware of what's going on. So it's everything I can do. And so I'm going to be in Baltimore in August, and then we're going to be going up to New Haven, Connecticut, and then we're jumping over to New York City. I'm doing a week in New York, and then I'm going south. I'm going to be going over to New Jersey. I'm doing some in Bridgetown, New Jersey, and then I'm going to be jumping across the country. I'm going to start in Washington. I'm going to be going down Washington. I'm going to start a Seattle.
You're jumping up and
we're
down
jumping
across the
coast.
country.
I'm going to go to Seattle, and I'm going to go to Portland, and then we're doing Redding, California, and then we're going to be going over to San Francisco.
God, you are allergic to the
All right,
picket
cool.
lines.
All right, cool.
Thank you so much.
Anyway,
no,
Noel, what about
Thank you
you?
so much for your service, Skip. That's really awesome. I'm glad
I think
Really
we gotta
cool.
let him go
across
through
America.
every single
Well,
date.
some of us are fighting.
Some of us will be fighting. Okay, Noel, what about you?
Oh, thank you. So I legally, contractually, they are keeping me in a pen in New Zealand until the strike is over.
Contractually.
Contractually, unfortunately, the AMPTP, and this is a thing that I also would love to be considered in the negotiations, maybe taking just a little more power away from the AMPTP.
Well, do you have reps? Do you have people who are reading these contracts before you sign them?
My reps are the producers on the show from Apple.
Oh, no. Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What's wrong with that?
No, I think you're like one of the first people in maybe the new studio system. It sounds like the studio system is back, which is,
It seems like they sort of own you. It's like you're negotiating with a shark for the shark not to eat you.
That is what they said verbatim to me, and then they laughed and laughed and laughed, and then opened up a pit with a bunch of sharks and said, "See, it's a metaphor." And then they closed it.
No.
Oh, no.
That's
Well,
that.
I feel
Well,
so
this is
sorry
actually
for you.
great because I'm also going to be working on my pilot, "Oh No Noel," which is actually based on my life. And I'm excited. I know we're not supposed to be writing during the strike because that's actually bad, but I'm hoping if you guys have any notes, you guys will read it and give me notes. So
That's cool.
So based on the title,
okay. Never mind.
is it just a series of misfortunes?
Yeah.
It's so.
Like a series of unfortunate events?
So kind of it's the Baudelaire siblings, but it's just me and my two friends, and it is a situation where my parents die and we're sent to an uncle, and he's really, really mean, and he just wants me to die for my money. So he's constantly trying to kill me and my two buddies, Greg and Gregory. And it is all about the hijinks, and it's really, really fun. It's kind of set in this imaginary world I built by myself. I built as a child. It was really fun to build, and I'm just kind of exploring that world.
No, do you have anybody looking out for you? like a sort of therapist or a bodyguard of some sort?
Well, my therapist is from Apple.
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, no.
My bodyguards are Silicon Valley guys who got hired from Apple.
Are they big?
Why did they go to Silicon Valley?
No,
well,
they're
this
not
explains
big.
where you got all those microchips.
Yeah, so they gave me the microchips. They really helped me with my career.
Oh, God.
Those bodyguards are not
That
big,
makes sense.
not
It
big at
does
all,
make
but they
sense.
did
That's
help
a
me
good-
develop microchips. So yeah.
Wow.
So.
I'm just going to be on the picket lines. I'm going to be, really just trying to open my heart up to any connections. And then at nights I'll just probably be Zebulon Bar Flores, Low Boy, El Prado, Tenants of the Trees, you name it.
Okay. And those are...
Bars.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just got to town. He's never been to Tenants of the Trees in his life.
Yeah,
Doris,
I'm sorry.
you have?
I've spent a lot of time at Tenants of the Trees. That's
She
my favorite.
she was there where it was
Doris-
just tenants of the tree. There was just one tree.
Back in my day, we didn't need to have a bunch of trees to be the
Holy
tenants
shit.
of. When we were the tenants, we only needed one tree, and that was good enough for us, and we could flirt and fuck and share a cigarette with a guy with a mullet all we wanted. We didn't need multiple trees to do that. This generation has gone soft.
Doris, you were there when it was Tenants of the Bush.
I was there when it was Tenants of the Bush. And you know what? I liked it. I liked it better then. There were only 4 people in the bar, and that was good enough for me. This is why you're having trouble with dating. There's too many options, Anna Fish. There's too many options for you.
I know. And sometimes I think I'm too symmetrical. And sometimes I think it's hard when I'm blonde. And sometimes I think it's hard when I look pretty. And sometimes I think there's just too many options. I think you're right.
Stop. I'm sorry.
And sometimes what?
I'm sorry,
What,
stop.
Skip? What?
Stop.
And
I'm
sometimes
so sorry. Just stop it. Just stop.
I can't.
and sometimes
I'm
I think
sorry.
You
what?
really gotta
And sometimes-
stop.
and
You
sometimes
really
what?
gotta stop.
And sometimes I think on the picket lines there's too many hot boys.
Stop it.
And sometimes I think what?
No, can you activate your microchip or something? To show me?
Green alien.
Oh darn!
Well,
I think
there
I
is
gave
not
you
a lot of
just the one
dialogue
with
on
green
that
aliens. I gave you one that's just green alien. I was hoping to go out
no.
for a movie.
Okay,
Green alien?
I want to ask this, okay, and maybe we can use this to wrap up because I do have a show tonight. My question for you guys is: we are recording this the day before the strike may or may not go.
Sorry,
into
this is
effect.
being recorded.
Yes.
This
that
is
okay?
not going to work for me. This is not going to work for me. This is not going to work for me. This is not going to work for me.
Oh,
no.
gosh.
Oh, don't look behind you. There are
What?
two guys who sort of look like Zuckerberg, and they're
Oh no!
they've
It's-
got. They're
it's Greg and
carrying something
Gregory.
in their-
Quick,
It's my
finish your
bodyguard.
question,
Okay,
Skip.
so my
quick.
question before maybe they'll give you a few more minutes and we can finish this. My
Maybe.
question is: there's a chance that we may or may not go on strike tomorrow. So by the time this comes out, we're basically talking to our future selves, right? So to your future self, if you do go on strike, what do you want to say? And if we are not on strike, what do you want to say? This is a great time capsule moment.
I would say, work hard, fight hard, play harder, and never lose your sense of whimsy. Never stop swinging and never stop firing the greatest gun in the world, which is a little shotgun I call being yourself.
And is that for your non-striking self or your striking self?
Oh, yeah, right. This is for my non-striking self, and
Oh,
to
wow.
my striking self, I'd say, get out there! Get out there! Get out there and kill, 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 fight, kill, Doris, fight, fight, kill, kill, attack, attack, shoot, kill, kill, kill!
Oh wow, that was.
I'm not allowed on the picket lines. They have told me that. They have told
Okay.
me that.
Doris, look, a shiny thing.
Oh, look,
Where is
Doris.
it? Where is it? Where is it? Give me that. Give me
Doris,
that.
look.
What is it? A remote? Oh, I'm so pissed off. I want my residuals. So give me. God, they got me again.
No, what about you? Striking self, non-striking self.
To my striking self, I'll say, write that funny sign. It really come up with a funny sign. I think it's going to be tougher for actors because we're not writers to come up with a funny sign.
Right.
But I would love to come up with a funny sign. So,
Let me
future
know. I
Noel-
mean, I'm a writer too because I'm a stand-up. So if you want pitches, I'm happy to.
yeah,
say so.
can we actually pitch out some funny sign ideas for me as a
Ted Sarandos is the cantaloupe of movies.
Stop it!
Oh my God.
Stop it.
If I saw that sign on the picket, I would shoot myself.
Oh my God.
Doris.
That's wild. I like that.
Doris.
No, I love the intensity.
I'll be honest. I'm just trying to be constructive.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have any pitches? Anybody else? What about no more lines until we get in line?
That's not
or
bad. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I would run with that, Noel.
it
I would
doesn't.
run with
It
that.
doesn't really make sense. It doesn't.
It doesn't
really
have
make sense.
to make sense. The picket line sense, the signs, they don't totally make sense. You gotta read it quickly. You gotta read it quickly and not think about it.
I want it
Otherwise,
to be
people
funny.
get
I
really
want it to be
mean about
gripping.
The signs. That's something about the writer's strike that I will say, is that people are being really mean about the signs. The writers are so brutal. They're so brutal. Somebody tries their best to write a nice little sign that says, "This is my cardio for the day," and a bunch of comedy writers get on their sad little phones and tear that person apart.
That is
And
that
let
is
me
hard
just
to
say,
see.
That's
let me
why I
just say,
want. I
those
don't want to be
actors are
torn apart.
fucked.
I don't want to be torn apart. I do not want to be torn apart.
Those actors are in for a rude fucking awakening.
It's gonna be rough out there for us. I'll just say that. Only posting on Instagram. Do not post it on Twitter. If you post it on Twitter, they will have you dead.
What about
All I'm gonna
hashtag
say-
striking it? Hashtag striking it. Does that?
You know what that's
Yeah,
gonna do?
that's something.
You're gonna fly so under the radar with that because there's going to be so many more highs and lows around you that you're going to last forever.
Mine's going to say, here's your full body slate. And I'm going to flick them off.
And so you're going to be flicking them off for hours
the whole time?
Yes.
It's one of those signs that only works for the picture.
Yeah.
I do like that. Maybe it's like, I'll show you my hands, and then it's your fists.
Yeah. So here's my hands.
When you leave the picket sign for the next day for someone else to use it, you might want to leave a note with it to talk about what your hands are doing.
Hey, girl, this sign goes with a physical action.
So
And maybe we'll have people slate. You could do like self-tip requirements for all the signs. It's perfect.
Yeah, we should know what our actor's intention is when we're chanting and when we're walking. We have to, sometimes when I was on the WGA picket lines, I would go, okay, now I should walk like a bubble would walk. Okay, now I'm walking like a pirate would walk. Having that secret intention, that actor's backstory, so that you can perform the role of the striker better. I think my sign would say, "Memorize this. I'm angry."
It's pretty good.
That is really good. So I think that's what my focus would be if I was on strike. If we're not on strike, I think my advice to myself is figure out how to get out of your situation, because there's no way it's increased
because you're
that
trapped.
much.
Because you're literally trapped.
Don't say it too loud. Greg and Gregory don't have good hearing, but they could hear it.
Thank God they don't have good hearing.
Thank God they don't read lips, or thank God even if they do read lips, that your face is turned away from them.
So my face is turned around and they can't really hear. They're
sort of just talking to each other now about something else.
They get very distracted by short selling things. So I mentioned before this meeting, so I could talk to you guys. I said, "Wow, yeah, you guys thinking about short selling anything?" And then they've just been talking about that, and also pickleball strategies, how to get better at pickleball.
Good.
So they're very distracted.
It makes me wonder what they're guarding. Are they guarding things from you or you from things?
I can't tell, but every time I go near, a car, a door, they feel like they go, whoa, 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 where are you going, Chief? So I'm not sure if they're guarding me or they're guarding me from things. And I'm too scared to ask. So that's my thing. But maybe they'll jump on the picket line with me. That would be fun. That would be very fun.
We could use the numbers. We're going to get you out of this, Noel.
Anna Fish, what would you say to your striking self or your non-striking self?
Striking self, get dick. Non-striking self, get dick.
Awesome.
Really focused. I like that.
Really focused.
That's really.
And
sweet.
I want to show you a picture of my nephew. I think you might like him.
It's Penn Badgley.
Yeah.
That's Penn Badgley. Your nephew is Penn Badgley.
Yeah, my name is Doris Badgley. My nephew is Penn Badgley. He's a Nepo baby, and I'm a Nepo aunt. I'm a Nepo aunt.
So wait, which came first?
Wait, that's why you're such a big deal.
Sorry. Were you
that's
born
why
into
you
it?
are on Young Sheldon. It's because you're nephew.
I need to figure out what a
Right,
Nepo
so-
aunt is. I need to figure out what a Nepo aunt is.
So I was not born a Nepo baby, but I became so successful that I had a nephew that also became successful, thereby affording me these privileges. So it backflipped, and now I'm a Nepo aunt.
So yes,
Okay,
so
thank
his
God we got to that.
parents were successful. They had a Nepo baby of Penn Badgley. He got successful so much so that you actually became successful. So you became the
resurfaced
Nepo
again.
aunt.
Yes, so most Nepo babies, imagine a chart that with an arrow pointing down, right? Famous mother, famous kid, down. Mine sort of works like a check mark shape, where it goes mother to son and then back up to aunt.
Thank God we got through that. Okay, Skip, what about you?
Well, it's really simple, guys. I mean, I feel really ignited by this fight. So if we don't end up striking, what I'll say is don't forget the energy we had in this moment. Don't
so
forget
true.
that we always should value ourselves. We should value each other.
That's so true.
And this is a viable working situation. This is a viable job and a career that we need to fight for to continue to. Ourselves, not a computer version of ourselves, okay? We need to get what we deserve. And because People love us all over the world. Millions of people pay to see what we do. So why aren't we?
And we have strength together. Like we have to remind
together.
ourselves, there's more of us than them.
We have so much strength together, and there's a lot of us. And I think I just want to remember that if we don't strike, that we can't get complacent and we can't let something else happen down the road. Okay.
Exactly. It's about all of us banding together, hand in hand, then curling those hands into a fist and swinging.
Exactly. If we do end up striking, you can catch me in Kansas City in September. I'm gonna head over to Lincoln a little bit after that.
Okay, Cantaloupe, stop plugging.
Yeah, you feel like the cantaloupe of comedy.
Shut up. Because guess what? That's merch that I sell. And I have a shirt of that. Hold on a minute.
Well,
No.
No.
I have a shirt.
Oh my God. Is that the shirt?
Yeah.
Wait, did you find the shirt?
Oh my God, Skip found the shirt.
Hold on. I found the shirt.
Skip, you're free. You found the shirt. You don't have to do this anymore.
You don't have
I'm
to
free.
strike.
We don't have to strike because Skip found the shirt.
I found the shirt. And it smells like shit.
This has been Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists, answering the question, now that's why they call it showbiz. We'll see you next time.
Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists is an improvised Hollywood roundtable podcast created, performed, and produced by Kylie Brakeman, Jeremy Culhane, Angela Giarratana, and Patrick McDonald. Music is by Gabriel Ponton. The opinions expressed in this podcast do not reflect the opinions of anyone who works on it, not even the performers, because this is an improvised podcast and we're stupid. Full video versions of AOAOAOA are available on YouTube, so please like and subscribe, and leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Good night, Hollywood.